They're a group of world-class riders, the best in their sport, each at the top of their game, ready to take on not only their biggest rivals, but the fiercest competitor of all, the track. It's 20 brutal laps around a man-made monument to pain. But if you can survive the start and what lies ahead, then you'll get it, the victory. But sometimes it gets you. This is the story of the 2010 season of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. And it starts right now. Welcome to the world of Monster Energy Supercross, an exclusive club consisting only of the very best riders from around the world. For every rider, this is the series they dream of competing in. And the 2010 roster couldn't be stronger, with almost every rider competing for the same manufacturer they rode for the year previously, except for one notable change. Two-time champion Chad Reed made the jump from Suzuki to Kawasaki, his third different team in the past 3 years. Defending champion James Stewart would pilot a Yamaha for the second year in a row, along with Josh Hill. Honda was well represented as always by Davey Millsaps, along with veterans Andrew Short and Kevin Windham. Young gun Ryan Dungey entered his rookie Supercross class season on a Suzuki, the only team he'd been with since he turned pro. So after countless test laps, bike adjustments and setups, the factories and the riders were finally ready to go racing at the traditional season opener in Anaheim, California. It didn't take long for the first surprise of the season. Supercross class rookie Ryan Dungey blasted out of the gate and took the lead, serving notice that he was a rider to watch.
And it's Dungey getting the spike hole shot, and Villopoto is second, and Stewart is third, and where's Reed?
Meanwhile, Chad Reed got tangled up with East Lights rider Austin Stroop and would never even finish the first lap.
There's Reed. Reed having problems on his Monster Kawasaki, the first race on the new bike, and the two-time champ is off, going to the mechanics area.
Something's wrong with his bike, Jeff.
There goes Chad Reed.
Guys, a devastating moment for Chad Reed here at the season opener. Chad, you're walking away. This is almost deja vu of what happened to James last year. What exactly happened?
Yeah, and I guess, James pulled it off last year, so disappointing. It's been a rough day, and, I was just trying to get out front, and it was just a racing move, Stroop, we were all amongst everyone, and Stroop turned down early, and I kind of rammed right into him, and my front wheel went in his foot peg, and immediately I felt it all break.
Even with his impressive start, Dungey knew the defending champion was not far behind. Mid-race saw a spirited battle for third between Andrew Short, Ryan Villopoto, and veteran Kevin Windham.
Here's Short inside of Villopoto.
Here comes the old man, Windham.
Windham with a great move as Villopoto fumbled through that corner.
Finally, with 5 laps to go, Windham made his pass stick and found himself in a podium position.
Watch this here. Watch Windham. He just hammers on the throttle here. Uses the lapper to his advantage.
Oh, knocks Andrew Short out of the way, says, dude, I'm out of here.
With only a handful of laps left in the main event, Stewart knew that he had to pour it on.
Stewart trying the inside.
He stays in there.
Yeah.
Not yet. Got him now.
Come on, Ryan, you got to go.
With a 24-second lead over third-place Kevin Windham, it seemed like the podium was set. However, Dungey had other ideas.
Here he comes!
He's
not done! Dungey going for it!
Oh! You got to stay up there. I like Dungey's line here. Oh, Stewart's going to take him wide.
He tries to cut inside.
Oh,
Dungey slides out! What a problem for Dungey!
It's over.
But James Stewart knows he had a fight on his hands here tonight at Anaheim 1, but he takes the win, and the series points lead headed to Chase Field in Phoenix.
James Stewart began the season exactly how he wanted to, earning the full 25 points for his opening round victory.
The beginning of the race, just really was struggling with setups. I think we went the wrong way and a little too rigid and was spinning out over there, having some issues.
The rookie had turned in a truly impressive effort that caught everybody's eye, even the reigning champions.
This jump is it's a big step, but I've been preparing really hard for this offseason and for this moment. But I had a great race. I ran out front, just a few little minor mistakes bit me in the butt, but I can't thank my team enough, and it was a fun day.
James Stewart began the season exactly how he wanted to, earning the full 25 points for his opening round victory. Ryan Dungey was the surprise of the night, turning in an incredible ride worth 22 points. After his DNF in the opening round, Chad knew he had to get on the gas and get on it immediately for round 2 in Phoenix if he had any hope of catching the reigning champion. Ryan Villopoto ran away with a win in the night's first heat race, but it was heat race number 2 that would set the stage for the night's events.
So where's Reed and Stewart?
Buried in the mid-pack.
Stewart is down.
Down hard.
That could change everything in this thing anyway. There's James.
Struggling to make his way off the track, James knew his night had just become longer. After bowing out of the heat race, the only way he could qualify for the main event was to win the last chance qualifier. James put in a gutsy performance, won the LCQ, and prepped himself for the main event. As the gate dropped, Dungey charged ahead.
The whole shot's gonna go to Dungey.
The pack began to spread out, with Dungey and Villopoto stretching their lead on the third-place Josh Hill, who had taken over the spot from Stewart. Things were relatively quiet until lap 6.
Oh, and down goes Stewart and Reed.
Reed was committed to go through the middle, and James cuts down super tight.
Both riders would remount after untangling, but Reed was unable to continue and was forced to the sidelines for the second race in a row. The night truly belonged to Supercross class rookie Ryan Dungey.
Roger DeCosta says he's more dedicated than the average guy, and it's about to pay off. Ryan Dungey lights the candles for his first career win, and it comes at Phoenix, Arizona.
And not only did he capture his first victory, but he had captured the points lead as well.
You've been dreaming since you're a little kid about this, and man, the whole shot, it was really close, but I squeaked it out. I can't believe it, and all my team, my family, my mom, it's a big moment, a big stepping stone in my career, and I couldn't thank everybody enough who got me here.
The early part of the Supercross season had been turned upside down. The favorites, James Stewart and Chad Reed, were chasing the youngsters, especially rookie points leader Ryan Dungey. However, as the series returned to Angel Stadium for round 3, Reed would not be racing, having suffered a broken bone in his hand in last week's collision with Stewart. The defending champion was nursing his own wounds, but also knew that he had to keep racing if he wanted to keep his title. Above it all was Ryan Dungey, looking to extend his points lead with another strong main event. As the gate dropped, Austin Stewart shot in front of the pack, only to be passed by Stewart in quick fashion.
The spike hole shot's gonna go to Austin Stewart, but here comes James Stewart. James Stewart powers his way to the lead.
By the start of the second lap, 2 Yamaha riders, James Stewart and Josh Hill, pulled out in front of 2 Suzuki riders, Austin Stewart and Ryan Dungey.
To the inside, and Hill powers his way into second. Look at him riding that rear wheel through the whoops.
While Hill was pushing Stewart for the lead, Dungey managed to get around Stewart for third.
Here comes Dungey, up to third.
Takes a little look to his right. We know Dungey is confident. We know he was strong. Is he physically fit enough to race at this pace for all 20 laps? We're going to find out here tonight in Anaheim 2.
Then, the points leader started to apply pressure for Hill's second place spot.
Hill makes a little mistake. Does Dungey have the drive again?
Being very patient for a rookie, isn't he?
At the same time, Hill was making sure to give the defending champion all he could handle.
Wow, look at Stewart fighting through that section. Hill to the lead. Here comes James. Whoa! He almost loses Dungey down to the inside.
But Dungey wasn't done.
Josh Hill takes a quick look over the shoulder, bar to bar with Dungey, and he pushes him all the way to the tough blocks. Dungey inside on the brakes.
The rookie superstar had proven that once again, he was the man to beat, collecting the checkered flag and his second victory in a row. Josh Hill had rode an outstanding race as well, claiming second, and James Stewart fought through the pain to finish third. The kids were doing well, with Ryan Dungey flying high at the top of the Supercross point standings, while Josh Hill and Ryan Villopoto nipped at his heels. The news for the veterans, however, was not good. James Stewart, finding a broken bone in his wrist after a between-round MRI, joined Chad Reed on the sidelines for the foreseeable future. But for the rest of the pack, it was business as usual.
The spike hole shot's gonna go to Ryan Dungey.
Oh man, what a start, Jeff. That's what he needed after that heat race.
Davey Millsaps passed Nick Way quickly, as did Josh Hill. The top three riders remained that way until Millsaps had some problems of his own.
Millsap down.
Down goes Davey Millsap.
Hill and Villopoto then began a fierce battle of their own.
Here's a fight for second. Look at Hill running Villopoto wide.
He's making all kinds of mistakes right now. Hill is flustered. He's going to try to block the inside.
Struggling a little bit through that corner, but comes charging back. Wow, what a move!
Now that he'd gotten around Hill, the young Kawasaki rider set his sights on Dungey, who was out to a 9-second lead until...
Marching. Oh! Dungey is off the bike! Unbelievable! That's where the championship can get turned completely around. He's on his way.
Ironically, Ryan had gone down over the exact same obstacle that nabbed him in the heat race. With a seriously bent clutch lever, the points leader had his work cut out for him in holding off the pack of hungry young riders.
Villopoto closes right up on him, and so does Hill.
Dungey's handlebars are messed up, his clutch lever.
Here comes Villopoto for the lead.
Villopoto takes it away.
There goes Hill.
Here comes Hill.
And
Right by him, and Millsaps as well. Swapping that position.
Yeah, you can see Ryan's bike is definitely messed up.
Ryan Dungey would have to settle for fourth place on the night, giving up precious points to the riders below him in the standings, especially Ryan Villopoto, who celebrated his first win of the season.
There's 20 points that need to be caught up, and my mom and dad are here. You know, I couldn't thank everybody at the team enough.
After dancing around the epic California rain for the previous weeks, it finally caught up with the series at San Diego's Qualcomm Stadium. Thanks to frequent downpours, the track was tarped until 4 p.m. on race day, not affording the riders much time for practice. Even though it had stopped raining, the combination of lack of practice and track moisture would be telling from the get-go.
Oh, and Dungey's down! Dungey goes down in the first corner with Villopoto.
And Tommy Hahn.
And Nick Way got the whole shot on the Monster Energy Kawasaki.
Nick Way got a clean, fast start and moved to the head of the pack, followed closely by a pair of Honda riders, Davey Millsaps and Andrew Short. Way held his lead until the third lap.
Here he comes on the outside. Now he's going to complete that pass, Josh.
Meanwhile, Villopoto and Dungey worked on charging through the pack, but after a series of passes, the ruddy track conditions put Dungey back down again. After some juggling of spots mid-race, the top 3 riders would remain Millsaps, followed by Short and Tedesco, until the track claimed another victim.
Cases the triple.
Comes up short. Both feet came off, and he just went head first right into the mud.
It looked like it would be a 1-2 finish for Honda until the sport's most consistent rider, Andrew Short, had to withdraw from the race. But there was no catching Davey Millsaps.
The streak of lack of wins comes to an end here in San Diego. Davey Millsaps puts Honda back to the top step of the podium.
It was Honda's first win of the season and Millsaps' first victory since last year.
It's amazing to be up here on the top of the box for the first time in almost 2 years. But last year wasn't great. The start of the season wasn't great, but starting to turn things around. I just can't thank my team enough, American Honda Rebel Racing.
For the final race of the season in Anaheim, Supercross went pink as the series partnered with Komen for the Cure to draw attention to breast cancer awareness. The pit area, a normally festive place, was even more so, with nearly everyone following a pink theme. And all hands were on deck to lend their support.
Feld Motorsports decided to turn Supercross pink in Anaheim in an effort to help raise money to fight for a cure for breast cancer.
I think we all know that someone that's been affected as a professional. I think it's one of our biggest honors to be able to try to make some bit of a difference.
It just goes to show the people within the Supercross community and with the fans of this sport how much they really do give and how important family and friends and loved ones and just making sure that this particular disease is stomped out.
Anaheim 3 is going to be a great success. The response and the outpouring of generosity from teams and fans and riders, Angels Baseball, all of our sponsors has been tremendous, so it's already been a success.
A much drier racing surface greeted the riders for this special main event. Although only 5 rounds had been raced, the chase for the championship was already at a tipping point. Would this be the round where the title race became even tighter? Or would one of these young superstars be able to pull away? Perhaps the main event's hole shot would shed some light on the answer.
Oh, Dungey doesn't get the hole shot. It's Villopoto.
After claiming the hole shot, Villopoto pulled away from the rest of the pack, consisting of Hill, Davey Millsaps, Kevin Windham, and Dungey. The riders stayed in this formation until lap 8, when Kevin Windham made a move for the top 3.
Oh, look at Windham! Windham on his Honda stablemate!
But points leader Ryan Dungey, who sat in 5th, was perhaps the rider dealing with the most pressure. After making his way around Davey Millsaps for 4th, the Suzuki rookie made a crucial mistake.
You know, when Ricky retired, I was the guy. I came up and I was the guy who was winning all the races and stuff.
Oh!
And he slots out right there. And, you know, I think that's a sign. Like I said, he doesn't look that comfortable to me right now.
Undaunted, Dungey chased Millsaps down again and passed him 2 laps later. But that was as far as he would advance in the main event. The night belonged to Ryan Villopoto, who led every single lap en route to his 2nd win of the season.
As we leave the West Coast to checkered flag, the final one in California goes to Ryan Villopoto.
For the 4th race in a row, Josh Hill settled for the runner-up spot, but his outstanding consistency, combined with Dungey's 4th place finish, had brought the 2 riders even with 123 points apiece. If the early rounds of the season were Ryan Dungey's coming out party, then Indianapolis was where Ryan Villopoto solidified his reputation as a major player in the series. With 2 wins under his belt already, everyone knew he was determined. But his performance inside Lucas Oil Stadium was sure to show the competition that he had truly arrived. However, at the beginning of the night, it looked like the young Kawasaki rider was doomed. After a collision off the start in his heat race, Villopoto's bike promptly poured out all its radiator fluid onto the track, forcing him to withdraw from the race. Ryan would have to qualify for the main event through the last chance qualifier, which he narrowly won in the remaining few laps of the race. His gate pick for the main event put him at a distinct disadvantage, but he was determined to make the most of it.
Oh, he goes to Millsaps. Millsaps gets the whole shot.
Ryan started out the race in the bird's eye spot, right behind the two Honda riders who battled for the possession of the lead.
And Kevin is just dialed in, like we talked about, his throttle control, his technique.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. Side by side.
Windham trying to get the job done. Has him.
With the jockeying for first done, Villopoto made his move.
Ryan making his moves. Where's he going to take the Monster Energy Cowie to the inside? Crowd loving it here in Indy.
But Ryan Villopoto wasn't finished.
Coming back, bar to bar, midair.
Windham stays in it, keeps the lead. Uh-oh, Villopoto getting to the inside.
While the sideboard set press, and he does.
Late in the race, lapped traffic became a problem. But regardless, Ryan Villopoto had overcome the odds and turned in one of the most clutch performances ever.
To the checkered flag, lights the candles for his third victory of 2010.
Thanks to Ryan Villopoto's champion-like performance, he was now tied in the points race with Dungey. As the Monster Energy AMA Supercross arrived in Atlanta, something had to give. With the Ryans, Dungey and Villopoto tied for the points lead, chances were that one of them would break free from the other inside a sold-out Georgia Dome.
Dungey gets the whole shot. Kennard is in second.
In his quest to catch Dungey, Villopoto began to pressure Kennard for second.
He lights that one, makes it work.
What move.
Got it that time.
Villopoto then set about finding enough speed to reel in Dungey until he made a late race mistake in the triples.
Oh, Villopoto's down. Villopoto is down.
Look at his exhaust pipe is clogged with dirt.
Re-entering the race in last place was disastrous for Villopoto's championship hopes.
Coming to the checkered flag, Ryan Dungey lays claim to the points lead with his third win of 2010.
With his victory, Dungey's point total ballooned to 170, while Josh Hill leapfrogged Villopoto in the standings and sat in second with 150 points. No Supercross race is complete without a visit to the pit area, where the pulse of the sport is truly on display. Fans can meet their favorite riders, take pictures, get autographs, and watch the bikes being worked on, not to mention all the fun stuff to do, like visit vendors' booths, grab a bite to eat, and take everything in that is Supercross. Getting in is easy thanks to the Monster Energy Recycling Program. All you need for entry is your event ticket and an empty Monster Energy can.
It's fun just interacting with the fans in the pits and being around it. So there's a few different aspects that the fans definitely add to the sport of Supercross.
The fans get a taste of us, get to hang out. You know, that's one of the big parts of fans coming to the races to watch, because they can come into the pits and check us out.
You know, they're definitely fun to interact with. You know, sign autographs. They always want to talk about something, and to me that's cool because, you know, they're looking at us like, you know, we're stars.
Just a blast. I mean, just to experience that, and it's really hard to put it into words. It's just a feeling that is really unique and quite an amazing feeling.
It's cool. You usually spend at least an hour out here just signing autographs to kids and fans, just you know, trying to meet with people. You know, everybody's always got pictures and things for you to sign, so it's cool to do. The kids like it a lot.
It's a good part of my day. Everybody always says, "Hey, I bet you hate this part of the day," you know, having to sign all these autographs and stuff. But it's really cool because you hear stories now. It's not just about an autograph for me. It's about, you know, spending a little bit of time and being able to chat with some people, and so it's cool.
I mean, to have the fans there, it's amazing, and they make the sport. It is, and as long as they're around, you know, that's what our sport will be.
As Supercross roared into Rogers Center, Ryan Villopoto was only 20 points behind Ryan Dungey. Tonight in Toronto, quality starts would be the key, as the sandy loose track featured only a few passing points. To be the first out of the gate would be a great advantage.
Big hole shot, looks like it's Kennard.
How about Trey Kennard? He just gated. Oh, to the inside.
Number one, Villopoto right there. Into the whoops we go. Who's going to get to the other end of the sand trap first?
Okay,
here comes
Kennard.
Villopoto, high on the outside, trying to get a drive down the straightaway.
Watch him square it up to the left, take the inside.
Oh, and he stands him up and takes it away. New leader in Toronto.
Villopoto had made his move, and now it was up to Dungey to match it.
Second in Atlanta, third in Daytona, and he's looking for a podium here tonight. On the outside, Dungey got him that time in the sand.
By mid-race, Villopoto had a good lead on Dungey, followed by Kennard, Davey Millsaps, and Ivan Tedesco. Despite winning the Toronto main event, Villopoto, with 197 points, only made up a few markers on the leader, Dungey, who still sat in first with 214 points. A difficult track greeted the riders as the series moved to the brand new Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas. With brand new dirt, tricky timing sections, and only a few passing areas, a good start would be paramount for the night's main event.
Whole shot to Nick Way. Dungey's in second, Brayton Hill.
Ryan Villopoto began his charge from mid-pack as Davey Millsaps made a play for second.
That extra motivation here.
Look at that
oh,
move.
there it is.
Davey cut it good. Great move by Millsaps.
Villopoto, desperate to make up points on Dungey, worked his way back through the pack.
Oh, there it is. Villopoto right up the inside. He's got him in the 2 points as well.
But that was as far as the Kawasaki phenom would get to the points leader.
Here comes Dungey. He gets his 4th win of the year, and he also gets Suzuki their first victory in Dallas.
Ryan Dungey had captured his 4th main event of the season and was able to stretch his points lead over the rest of the field. Round 12 would turn out to be a pivotal one for Ryan Villopoto as the series moved to Jacksonville's Municipal Stadium. The young Kawasaki rider was well within striking distance of Ryan Dungey's points lead, but time was beginning to run out. After pushing himself in practice, Villopoto tumbled twice, sending him to the medical trailer. Despite having bone chips in his big toe and ligament damage in his left ankle, the young gun still made it through to the main event. But could he make it all the way to the podium?
And it looks like Ivan Tedesco is going to get the spike hole shot. But it's the number 2 of Ryan Villopoto, injured in practice earlier today. A heat race win after that, and maybe a main event win.
Despite his injuries, Villopoto was obviously determined to claim this main event. Meanwhile, all the top riders were bunched together behind him.
All of the main players are at the front right now.
Ryan Dungey pressed for position, but charging hard would have its consequences.
Comes Dungey. Does he have the line on the inside?
Oh, Dungey makes a mistake and goes down. Windham continues on.
Undeterred, the young Suzuki rider would try for second place again on lap 12.
This might be it, Ralph.
Here he comes. On the gas and on to second place goes Ryan Dungey.
But there would be no catching Ryan Villopoto.
Meanwhile, Villopoto on his way to another checkered flag and a win here in Jacksonville.
Ryan Villopoto had overcome nasty falls, injuries, and pressure to stand atop the Jacksonville podium, narrowing the gap between himself and the series leader, Ryan Dungey. There have been some epic Supercross battles in recent memory. McGrath versus Carmichael, Carmichael versus Stewart, and most recently, Stewart versus Reed. And now, young guns Ryan Villopoto and Ryan Dungey are beginning to write their own chapter.
Me and Ryan Villopoto started kind of getting into a little battle, which is good. I think everybody kind of wants to see a fight, whether it's like You know, whether you're going to a boxing ring, you know, Pacquiao and Mayweather, something like that. You know, people want to see that. You know, so I think it's good for our sport.
I mean, Ryan works hard. Like any racer that is any good, that wins championships, works hard, puts the effort in along with the team. And if you're putting in the effort and you're a rider that I can respect out on the track, then I'll respect you, you know, just as a racer and as a person.
Racing against him is cool. You know, he's tough and doesn't make it easy. It's good to have somebody like that. You know, keeps yourself motivated and keeps yourself pushing even harder.
The new battle between Dungey and Villopoto it's incredible. I mean, really, it started off the year with Dungey a little stronger than Ryan, and Ryan, he started getting everything down and on a roll, and now he has no problem with his confidence.
Well, it's the young guys coming up, you know, and it's always happened. A few years, you know, some new young kids come up, and it's been good to see this battle and be part of it.
My strategy to win the championship is just to be consistent, and if I do everything I'm supposed to do, then in the end I'll have a great shot at winning the championship.
I guess at the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. You know, I think we worked hard for this moment, and you know, we believe in it. But if you win it and you lose yourself doing it, you know, it's not really worth it. So we got to keep ourselves under control and keep everything in check, and if it comes down to it, then that's what it is, you know, and may the better man win.
When it's time for the show to begin, no one can match the pomp and pageantry of Supercross. Rider introductions are the centerpiece, surrounded by some of the most amazing pyrotechnic displays ever seen inside a stadium.
Open ceremonies is always good. They do different stuff for all of us. You know, we're doing something different all the time. There's the pyro. We can ride down the bikes and down the stairs.
Opening ceremonies is sweet. That's like the one time, you know, you get to ride out, you're by yourself on the track in front of like 40 to 60,000 people. So, you know, you kind of want to try to do something cool. So I like doing it.
You know, it's a dream come true to be doing this, and you know, to be doing what we love and growing up and doing what we love. And you know, I really enjoy all the fans cheering and. You know, coming down the motorcycle, they cheer for you. Come down the stands, you know, everything. It's unbelievable. It's pretty cool.
Coming out and opening ceremonies for me, it's actually a dream come true. You know, going to Supercrosses when I was younger, and they introduced the top 10 guys. It's a great feeling for sure.
Well, opening ceremonies is something that is a huge part of my night, and I tell you, 16 years into this deal, I still get chills, you know, with the national anthem and the pyro and the opening ceremonies and stuff. And to come out and hear the fans, and you know, they're all knowing that the nose wheelie's coming, but they still enjoy it. And I'm trying to find ways to do things different, kind of doing some cross jumping this year and stuff, you know, from one side of the track to the other. You know, that's a big part of my night, and it's a good kickoff to the heats and ultimately the main event.
So it's awesome, you know, especially when they yell out your name and you ride out there and throw your arms up in the air, and you know, at that one point in time, you know, nothing else matters. It's all about you. The light's on you, and you just try to, you know, show your appreciation to all the fans and to the people that are in the stands. You know, whether they love you or hate you, they're there supporting Supercross, and you know, we love them for that.
Yeah, opening ceremonies as a rider is fun. You know, we get to go out and you know, the fireworks show and kind of show off a little bit, throw some whips for the fans, and it always gets me fired up for the night. You know, the fans going crazy, and you know, just have a little bit fun with it. They got music going, and you know, it gets me going for the night for sure.
Well, coming out for opening ceremonies is actually pretty cool. You know, I think not only for us, we're on the floor, we get to see it, but I think for the fans too. You know, they come to see a show, and so when they got pyros going off everywhere and all the riders coming out, and, you know, as a rider coming into the night show, it's kind of pretty motivating too. You kind of get to see cool things, and the fans enjoy it, and that's what it's about. You know, it's making sure they love what they're seeing, and we're giving them good racing, so it's fun.
A familiar face joined the riders as the series rolled into Houston. Chad Reed was back to race his first Supercross since round 2 in Phoenix. Even though winning the championship was a mathematical impossibility, Reed was determined to have a good showing for the remainder of the season. After his big win in Jacksonville, Ryan Villopoto looked to keep his momentum going. But after a nasty crash in practice, could the Kawasaki rider pull off a repeat of the previous round?
Who's going to get to the whole shot? Is it going to be Villopoto? Yes! Where's Dungey? He was second, now he's third. He's got Josh Hill in between him and his title rival Villopoto.
Early in the race, all the heavyweights were near the front of the pack, leading to some heated battles.
Oh, that might be the opening right there. Hill gave the gap to Dungey. Can Ryan capitalize? Hill takes him high. Wow, what a strong move by Hill. And Tedesco's right there. 3 wide as we go down across that straightaway.
Knowing that every rider between himself and Villopoto would cost him precious championship points, Ryan Dungey began to mount a charge. Until...
Dungey stalls
Dungey! You saw Mike Gosler trying to encourage his rider to go. There goes Hill, there goes Millsaps, there goes Reed, there go the points!
The nightmare was getting worse for the points leader as Ryan Villopoto stretched his lead over the rest of the pack, charging to the checkered flag with authority.
Ryan Villopoto, another checkered flag, and he closes in on the points.
Ryan Villopoto had done it again, rallying himself to another championship-like performance and closing the points gap down to just 12. Round 14 saw Supercross arrive in St. Louis. With only 3 races left before the finals, precious points would be up for grabs from here on out.
Who's going to get the whole shot? It looks like Nick Way is going to get it.
Ryan Dungey set second with Millsaps right in there too. What a start after coming out of the LCQ. It's all-out speed and determination. Who wants to be the next AMA Supercross champion?
Jeff, I would think with all this traffic, it might be to an advantage to be second in line. Here, Villopoto runs him in hard, takes him down. The 2 leaders go down, and Dungey can't get out. Dungey and Villopoto wedged together. Where is Short? Andrew Short will be coming through. Here he is.
And all 3 get together.
Bar to bar. And Windham is there. Villopoto's your leader. What incredible action here in St. Louis.
But the battle everyone had been waiting for was about to come to an abrupt end.
If I was him inside that helmet, I would be so fired up right now. I would focus and I would dig as deep as I can to try to...
Oh! Villopoto tosses it away! Villopoto is down hard! Watch this.
Okay, he comes up way short and Villopoto jumps off long before he even makes it over the triple. Right from the takeoff, he knows it's done.
While Villopoto was carried from the track, Dungey inherited the lead and raced his way to his 5th win of the season.
Here he comes. The points leader extends his lead with his 5th win of 2010.
Earning the full 25 points for his main event win, Ryan Dungey's total ballooned to 302 points, while Villopoto only gained a single marker for starting the race. It was still possible for Villopoto to catch up, but only if he could overcome his injury. If Villopoto couldn't continue, then Ryan Dungey would be practically untouchable atop the leaderboard, and the first rider since Jeremy McGrath to win the championship in his rookie season. There's an old saying in Supercross, you can't win the series in the first round, but you certainly can lose it. The exact same could be said about the start of the main event. If you don't get to the first turn in front of the pack, an uphill battle awaits you. But win the spike hole shot, and it's a whole different story.
The spike hole shot's going to go to Austin Strip. And it looks like Ivan Tedesco is going to get the spike hole shot. The spike hole shot's going to go to Ryan Dungey.
It could be argued that the spike hole shot is the most important part of any main event, because winning it means you're already halfway to the top step on the podium. When Supercross arrived in Seattle, Ryan Villopoto wasn't among the competitors. Unfortunately, he'd broken his leg in St. Louis, and his season was now over. So to win the title, all Ryan Dungey had to do was finish 6th or better on the rut-filled Quest Stadium track.
Who's going to get the whole shot? It's Kevin Windham.
Staying up on tonight's track would be the key to winning, a lesson Ryan Dungey would soon learn.
And there's some yellow flags.
Down in front of them is Dungey. The man who's got to finish 6th in points just lost 2 more positions.
Tommy Hahn was on the move as he powered past the points leader.
This is where he's been fast. He's got the spot.
Oh, he goes right by him.
Dungey dropped to 4th, but was still well within the requirements for his very first title. While the rookie was poised to make history, one of the sport's most distinguished veterans was enjoying his own place in the spotlight.
Final corner, Kevin Windham has done it. He's won Seattle.
But the night truly belonged to Ryan Dungey.
Ryan Dungey has done it. The rookie is the champ. The Monster Energy AMA Supercross FIM World Championship belongs to Ryan Dungey.
The Supercross class newcomer had done it.
Growing up as a little kid, you know, you look up at the TV and you're like, I want to be that guy one day, and it's real. You know, it's amazing, and all the hard work is paying off.
There was still business to attend to as the series cruised into Rice-Eccles Stadium. As the Salt Lake City main event drew closer, temperatures dropped and rain changed to snow. But even Mother Nature couldn't deter a talented batch of Honda riders.
Who's going to get the whole shot? How about Kevin Windham? But he's got Davey Millsaps right with him.
Look how sloppy the track is. It's Millsaps.
The two heat race winners going after it. Windham on the 14, Millsaps on the 18. The seasoned veteran Windham struggled a little bit there. Cuts back to the inside and cuts off Millsaps.
Kevin Windham went on to extend his lead, leaving the rest of the field to fight the conditions as best they could.
It's just so sloppy and wet. Watch Blows trying to get back to the inside. I'll tell you what, if I'm Dungey, I'm glad that I'm not trying to wrap up this championship here on a night like tonight.
What a difference.
It was difficult enough last week in Seattle, but here with the rain and the snow coming down, and especially the temperature, that really has to get to the riders. But I'm telling you, these guys are tough. They train for this stuff. They let it all hang out.
In the end, Honda ruled the podium as Kevin Windham, Davey Millsaps, and Andrew Short finished 1, 2, 3.
Number 14 is number 1 tonight. Career win, number 18. Kevin Windham has done it on a snowy night here in Salt Lake City.
It was a great night for all of us. It was gnarly. The track was so rutted and slick and lappers and the whole deal. And I'm just so thankful to be up here again 2 weeks in a row. It feels really good.
The Las Vegas Supercross Finals was the last run of the season, and that meant 20 riders filled with adrenaline were about to embark on their last straw for stardom. Sights were set high, and as always, a crowded Sam Boyd Stadium would be in for one incredible race. Would it be Ryan Dungey's 6th main event win? Or would Windham make this his 3rd consecutive win after taking Seattle and Salt Lake City? Finally, the eyes of the world watched as the gate dropped.
Dungey first to the corner. Into the stadium they come charging. Full throttle headed for the ski jump.
Flanked by Michael Byrne and Kyle Chisholm.
Dungey took the corner and charged into first. Not too far behind was Chad Reed, looking for a podium spot after sitting on the sidelines for most of the season.
Here comes Reed. He's running in 4th. Trying to sweep around the outside to 3rd. Can he get 2nd? He's up to 2nd, and that light bulb is raging hot right now because he's charging. It looks like the light is on.
Back in the pack, Windham and Millsaps went neck and neck to hold their positions.
Look at the Honda battle going on here. Windham trying to get inside. Millsaps fights him off.
Wow, and how he squared out to
Look
the
at this.
inside.
Look at that
What a
pass.
move.
Oh.
Davey's not done either. Barnabar in mid-flight. Great stuff from Vegas.
Kevin is one of the nicest riders for sure out there. I mean, look at just taking his time, not forcing it.
But there was no catching Ryan Dungey as he claimed his 6th win of the season.
Ryan Dungey believed he could win the title. He did, and he wins Vegas as well. Ryan Dungey has done it. He caps the season with a big win in Las Vegas.
I think it's been a great season, a lot of fun. I'm glad we could come out with the win at the end, and just really proud and got to thank the man above for everything. Thank you.
2010 might go down in the history books as one of the best seasons in Supercross. With veterans Stewart and Reed out, the young guns took rank this time. Ryan Dungey is only the 2nd rookie to take home the Supercross championship. But the remaining thought is, there's always next year. All the greats will be in attendance: Villopoto, Windham, Dungey, and of course, Stewart and Reed. Don't forget the talented lights riders moving up to experience the Supercross class. The competition will be intense with Lights riders Christoph Purcell, Jake Weimer, and Trey Kennard switching gears to see who will capture the 2011 season. Keep your eyes peeled for the next Supercross season as the battle for the title continues. Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship.